new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. Yeah. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, grand rising to you billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the new Black Wall Street as we present to you guys the Money and Power Show. And we're going to be going through the richest man of Babylon, continue along through that journey here today. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a conditional statement. That means it's a choice. If you choose to be wealthy, then I recommend that you begin that process. You begin that journey by studying wealthy people. The Black Billionaires Club, the book, guys, you can find by simply going to the website www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. You'll find that link in the description above or below. Pick up your copy today. That's right. Pick up your copy today. It's available in English and also in French, ebook and also soft copy in English, ebook and audiobook in French. So we actually let you guys know we're in about 11 different countries right now. We've sold over 5,000 copies of this book without any help from Amazon, by the way. So there are some things I can teach you as well as it relates to sales and marketing. If you are an author, I think I might put a workshop together. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that when I start as I prepare to launch my second book. But you just do the math, 5,000 times 20, and ask yourself, what's going on? It's called Do the Math. Everybody put in the console, do the math. At any rate, today's episode is being brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. We have rearranged and updated our store for such a time as this. So we do have, we've added CBD hemp products, we've added electronics, and we've added, more importantly, the personal protective equipment. Matter of fact, tomorrow we have a local community event here in Atlanta, Georgia, to be able to provide some of this stuff to the community in case they haven't been able to find it. Obviously, as you guys may know, some of this stuff is hard to get to. Amazon and Google, they all have restricted your access to be able to even find some of this stuff. But we do make it available here in our store. We do have your organic gummy bears. You got all of your masks from your CDC required or recommended masks to your fashion masks. We got filters. All this stuff, man, is just coming in. Matter of fact, today we're going to get Black-owned hand sanitizer. Okay, so we're going to be adding that to the store today. Black-owned hand sanitizer as well. So again, you want to do your shopping for your personal protective equipment and all your other stuff that you might need right here at ERGJ Black Bazaar by simply going to the website www.theblackbazaar.com. www.theblackbazaar.com. We want you to remember this here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, that once you shop Black, once you choose to do that, you never go back. That's right. Once you shop Black, you never go back. Here's the deal, guys, that group economics works when we work it. That's right. Group economics works when we work it. Now, I want to go back here to our quote here that we had, our little meme here. Just read this again. A side hustle isn't just for people who want to quit their 9-to-5. It's also career insurance, just in case your 9-to-5 quits you. A side hustle isn't just for people who want to quit their 9-to-5. It's also career insurance, just in case your 9-to-5 quits you. Now, here's the deal. I put this out earlier today, and I asked this question. How many of you guys right now, you have at least 10 people, friends or family, that you could call right now, and if you needed $500, they have $500 to lend you, to give you, right? 10 people, 10 friends or family right now you can think of. They're in your phone. You could call them right now. You like, I need $500 for my business, $500 to, you know what I'm saying, to pay my car note, whatever. And you could literally think of 10 people right now that you could call. You know what? And I'm in finance. I'm a money guy. And I can think of 4 off the top of my head who I get $500 from. 5. Oh, let me see. Well, no, I can get to 10. I can get to 10. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can get to 10 because now I'm thinking about outside of my immediate family. I'm thinking about my virtual family. I'm thinking about my BBC family. I'm thinking about my social media family. So yeah, I could get 5. If I really, really needed it, yeah, I could call on 10. I could get to 10. How about you? Could you get to 10 people? Right? If you need $500 right now, because see, the reason why this is so valuable and important to me, because I remember when I didn't have $500 in a savings account. I remember when I was 25 years old and I looked at myself in the mirror and said, whoa, by golly, you've been working for 10 years and you still don't have nothing. You done messed up. And that's when I decided to take control of my finances. When I realized I'm 25 years old, don't have $500 in the bank. I've been working since I was 15 and I ain't got no money. I said something is wrong. Now, I didn't say that something's wrong with the government. I didn't say that something's wrong with the pay scale. I didn't say that something's wrong with taxes. I didn't say it was something wrong with my parents. I didn't say it was something wrong with the community I was raised up in. I said something is wrong with me. And that's when I decided to fix my finances. That's when it began to turn for me, from being a financial zero to being a financial hero. And then when I began to look around, I said, well, if I needed $500, who could I get it from? I could only think about 3 people, my dad, my uncle, and my mom, possibly. That's about it. Could you, if you needed $500 a day, could you think of 10 people, friends and family, who would give it to you, who got it and who would give it to you, who has it and who would give it to you? Maybe it's to start your new business. Maybe it's to get you a rental property. Maybe it's to, I don't know. Maybe it's to, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's for you to go to school. I don't know. Could you get it? And so when I put this out, a woman responded on my post and she said, no, I can only think of my mom. Then she went further and said, you know, I could have done it. I used to be able to do it until, right, I got laid off. And now I'm recovering. And I said, well, here's the lesson. Moving forward, don't rely just solely on a job. Don't rely solely on a paycheck. You don't want to be in this position again 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road when you recover and they let your ass go again and you back in the same place. I got to let this happen again. No, see, here's the deal. We should learn from our past, not in order for us not to repeat it. Learn from the past in order for you not to repeat it. Is that making sense to anybody? Good morning to you, by the way, the Money and Power Show. Thanks so much for joining us over Instagram. Is that making sense to anybody? Your side hustle isn't just for people who want to quit their 9 to 5. It's also career insurance for just in case your 9 to 5 quits you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't get all your income from one place. Same thing. Good morning to you, King Thomas in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. King Anthony is showed up. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. King Sedley, the bros are out this morning. Oh, it must be Brother Tuesday. Man, the bros are out. Good morning to you, King Sedley. King Antoine Lowry is joining us here today, man. Oh, the bros are here today. Oh, well, I feel good now. The brothers are, oh, y'all see that behind me? Y'all see that? That's my new backdrop. Oh, Lord. Oh, Instagram. Y'all need to see it. Let me turn Instagram. Look at that. Look at that. That's my rhino. Oh, Lord. Rhino. My brother, Brian Keith McNeil, he wrote a book. I got a book by Scott Alexander, says Rhinoceros Success. And Brian Keith McNeil, my other brother, my bro, he wrote a book called Rhinos Make Excellent Salespeople. And then when I got there, I said, oh, Lord, look at that again. Look at that. I said, oh, Lord, that's me right there. I'm charged. I'm ready to charge. Everybody putting comments on charge. Charge! One interesting thing about rhinos, by the way, is that rhinos can only move forward. They have no ability. Their feet are set up to a point. They have no ability to actually go backwards. So if they want to go the opposite direction, they actually got to turn around. They can't just back up. This is the interesting thing about rhinos. So they're always moving forward. What else about rhinos very interesting? They have thick skin. They got thick skin. They can charge through all of that mess, all the hate, all the criticism, all that stuff. They just charge right through it. They got thick skin, right? They got thick skin. Do the math. That's right. Do the math, man. Mr. Consistent. Oh, the bros are out here. Oh, I'm feeling good. Another brother just showed up, man. Mr. Consistent is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining us. Miss Sam is in the house. Gentleman. Oh, we got the bros out. Oh, the brothers. The brother. Good morning to you, Queen Adrian in the house. Sadly, the wisdom, man. Oh, brother, brother Carlton is in the house. King Carlton is in the house too. Oh, Lord, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be learned from the past in order to not repeat it, right? Pineapples, right? Good morning to you, brother. Thanks so much, John. Queen Glenda. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Absolutely. Charge, Queen Shanrika. Thanks so much, John. That's my serious student right there. She's gonna be a superstar. My student right there. My serious student right there. King Anthony, man, ready to charge, man. Y'all ready to charge this morning? Absolutely. We're ready to charge this morning. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. Now, here's the deal. We're going to start our morning, as we are going to get to a political piece. So the Money and Power Show is really all about talking about two things that Black folk have been taught not to talk about. Number one, money, which will be economics, capitalism, all that good stuff, getting rich, all that stuff. Right. But I consider that to be the cash flow, how money moves, currency and all that stuff. And I want you guys to know my money never stopped moving. This is the reason why some of you guys might be like, dang, listen, it's time to move. My money don't stop moving. So if people can't catch up to my money goes to people who can. Says, hey, I think we learned yesterday, right? That wisdom, that opportunity does not stop for people who are unprepared. Opportunity it moves. It does not stop for you just because you're unprepared. It just goes to the person who is prepared. So this is the reason why sometimes you don't land that big contract, because you're not prepared for it. Sometimes you don't have the type of success that you like to have, because honestly, if you really were honest, if you had the type of success that you really want to have, it would overwhelm you. Can you imagine, you're a person that's prepared for 20 orders a month and you get 20 orders a month. Then something happens like coronavirus, right? And then now you're getting 200 orders a month, but you don't have the supplies. You don't have the tape. You don't have everything in order to be able to satisfy 200 orders a month. Now you're going crazy trying to figure out how I'm going to get this stuff out. I'm in business, but I'm not prepared for success. Everybody put in the console, prepared for success. I'm not prepared for the type of success that I like to have. And how many guys know sometimes success can crush you? Even success. Now, we talk about failure, putting people out of business. Sometimes success can put you out of business because you're not prepared. See, this is the type of thing people ain't talking about. They don't talk about this side of the track. How I go from $2,000 a month to $20,000 a month. Being prepared for success, being prepared for the avalanche, being prepared for the moment. I didn't know that coronavirus was coming. I didn't know it was going to happen. Who knew that was going to happen? But am I prepared? Did I have the supplies? Did I have all the boxes? Right? Did I have enough shipping equipment? Did I make enough contacts? Did I have the right vendors to be able to escalate this thing? Did I build the right relationships? What about you? We want the money. We want the success. We want more customers, more clients, but are you prepared? Are you organized? Think about this for a person that's in service. You got clients. You only got 24 hours in a day. You're used to servicing like 5 clients a week, 10 clients a week. That's 2 a day, Monday through Friday. But now everybody's banging on your door, because this is what happens. Most of the time, it's kind of normal until something happens. See, my service side of my business, which is financial literacy, financial education, small business coaching, all that stuff, right? It's normally pretty normal until something happens. People don't come to me until they broke, until they busted, until they discuss. They don't come to me when they are comfortable and we can actually help them level up. No. They come when they come to me when they're desperate for help. So what happens when, some type of financial disaster happens or something like that? That's when my phone starts ringing off the hook. Am I prepared? Am I organized? Do I have an appointment system set up so that if they do come, and they will come, when they do come, we ready? See, some of us are not there. We haven't thought that far ahead. We haven't thought that big. Everybody put in the console, I'm ready. There's a song, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. Decatur, by the way. And we got this thing called hood music. And I just remind Pastor Troy. He said, we ready. Come on. We ready. Come on. We ready. For y'all. That get crunk music, by the way. Okay. You can take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man. All right, man. Let's see what's catching up on these comments, man. Charge. Oh boy, the bros are out, man. I can't believe the bros are out. The bros are out. I'm feeling good today. All right, man. Prepare for success, man. That's right. Prepare for success. See, here's another thing. Let me add this. I feel like it's Friday. Here's another thing. Some of us, we prepare for failure. Like what if it's the devil's advocate? It's like, okay, just in case. We prepare for failure. We prepare in case something happens on the bad side. But we don't prepare for just in case something happens on the good side. We use this term like when it rains, it pours. That's for good and for bad. But we only think about it from the negative side. It can pour blessings too. It can rain cats and dogs of prosperity into your life. Are you prepared? Are you ready? The other side that we talk about is power, politics, and we have a political piece that we'll share here today. This is written by Dr. Claude Anderson, one of the great minds of our time. He is still alive today, and he's wrote this wonderful book called A Black History Reader. And so this is 101 questions that you never thought to ask. And here today, we're going to tackle question number 13. Now, y'all learned something last episode about that Meritus memorandum or something like that, the Meritus manumission. Woo, pineapples. And of course, what we do here on the show is if you learn something new at any point in time, you just simply put in the comments below pineapples. That's just your indication that I learned something today, because this is an education. This is financial education for the nation. All right. And until I find someone in the political space, matter of fact, we got somebody coming on Monday. Oh, yeah. I got Dr. Aaron Johnson going to be with us here on Monday. Oh, boy. We're going down on Black Man Monday. I'm trying to tell you. Woo, Lord. But anyway, here's our question of the day. Does the social integration policy have a hidden racial quota? Does the social integration policy have a hidden racial quota? Let's find out what Dr. Claude Anderson has to say about this particular subject on the Money and Power show. Let's read. The U.S. Supreme Court's 1954 Brown versus Board of Education decision mandated social integration by nullifying state and local segregation laws. But real school integration never occurred. White society pushed back in numerous ways that made the social integration process a rhetorical and symbolic exercise rather than a physical and racial reality. White society viewed social integration as a threat to their long-standing social privilege, skin color preferences, and economic advantages. After centuries of being a majority and mistreating the nation's Black minority, whites fear becoming a minority within any major majority win setting. They view being a minority as being a loser. Worse, they wonder if Blacks would seek revenge against them. Therefore, they push back It made it clear that they would accept social integration only on the most minimal of terms that would allow them to continue being the majority in nearly every situation. So, to structure integration rules, they went back to the old Diversity Act, which had a racial quota that required a white majority over a small black minority in all social and physical situations. The Supreme Court's 1960s ruling of Brown versus Board of Education may have signaled the end of legal segregation, but skin color remained a factor in immigration policies and still determines who and how many immigrants from a given country are admitted. Considered superior, those with white skin have full entitlement to advantages, privileges, respect, and acceptance in mainstream society, while those with black skin receive something less. Immigrants whose skin color allow them to blend in with the nation's white majority are accepted and given access to the nation's resources, opportunities, and political power. In addition to allocating resources according to skin color, whites try to live in communities that have some kind of physical barrier between the races, like river, bridge, park, shopping mall, or railroad tracks. If by chance blacks and whites live in the same neighborhood, whites are reasonably comfortable with black neighbors so long as the percentage of blacks does not exceed 5%. Once the percentage of blacks exceeds 5%, a mental alarm sounds, signaling a threat to the community's racial balance. Whites become sensitive and on guard to the possibility of a black minority challenging a white population for dominance and majority status. When a black population exceeds 6 or 7%, white flight commences. Whites sell their homes, resign from organizations, withdraw their children from public schools, and re-register them in private schools, segregated academies, or religious schools. They move to all-white communities and partake in all-white activities. The same alarms do not go off when the population moving in is Hispanic or Asian or any other group on probation to become white. Andrew Hacker, in his book, Two Nations, Black and White, Separate, Hostile, Unequal, was more generous with his figures. Hacker felt that triggered quota for white flight could be as high as 10 to 20%. Either way, whites are adamantly opposed to giving up their historical superior and advantaged positions in society that allow them to own and control nearly 99% of the nation's wealth and political power. Now, notice this: nation's wealth and political power. Money and the power. Everybody put in the console, money and the power. Now, that's the song by Scarface or the Ghetto Boys, right? Money and the power. Money and the power. I ain't going broke because I got money and the power. Unfortunately, too many Black Americans mistakenly presume that a result of the surge of non-European immigration that began in 1965, the incoming immigrants would ally with America's Black underclass and make the collective group a majority. However, that did not happen. There are no incentives for any immigrant ethnic group to give up its preferred status in mainstream society and align with a powerless Black underclass. The dominant white population would also never allow that to happen. Immigrants coming to America from any other place other than Africa or the Caribbean islands will, as necessary, be classified as white, ensuring that a white majority will continue to maintain numerical dominance over and rule the Black minority population. The Black minority population. So that's our political piece from Dr. Claude Anderson in his book, A Black History Reader, 101 Questions That You Never Thought to Ask. And just in case y'all was wondering, I do got the signature. I do got the Claude Anderson signature in my book. You know what I mean? That I'm going to keep that book. That book staying with me. All right. That book is staying with me. I got the signature, signed copy. Man, let's see what he's talking about, man. What's going on? What's going on? I'm ready. Said Donald. What's going on? Brother Donald, we got the bros out, man. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Money in the power. Money in the power. Man, that's what we got. Hey, at this point in my life, guys, I mean, I get it. All the love and all the kumbaya and all the feelings and all the social stuff, that's great. I'm focused on money and the power. That's what I'm focused on. I'm just there trying to say, hey, somebody else going to lead in that area. I'm leading in this area. Money and the power. All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. For those over on Instagram, you're not going to see this stuff, but you'll still hear me talk about it. We will take a look at the stock market just a little bit before we get into the richest man in Babylon. Now, before we do that, I want you guys to know the books came in and they're going out today, and so we're going to be reading from the new book. You see, this is my original copy. This is the original copy. You see, you know what I'm saying, Richest Man in Babylon. This is one that I'm going to seal, right? This is one I'm almost tearing the cover off, but the new ones came in. So you guys want a new, fresh copy that's available. It's like I said, it's a $10 book, and they're available in my store. You can get one. All right, you can order one, get one. All right, you read right along with it. So we'll continue along our journey, and this is going to be my copy. I'm being to tear the cover off this thing. Let's see if I can find out where we are, by the way, because the different books kind of mess you up. Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. Let's take a look here and see what's going on in the market today. I feel like, and I haven't looked at this yet, I just kind of feel like today's going to be a good day. I feel like my money is going to reward me for my due diligence. Okay, that's how I feel. Let's just see. Let's just see what's going on here today as we look at the market here today. All right. So this is news that you can use. Now, what I teach for those that have not joined the Black Billionaires Club, as I teach how to actually interpret the news. Let's not be people who are reading the news and just reacting to the news. That's not good, right? That means that you are being driven somewhere. But if you can be a person that thinks, everybody put it down, so think. You think, and then now you can begin to interpret the news because there are clues in the news. There are clues in the news. But if you don't learn how to interpret or decipher or decode or whatever you want to say, then you'll find yourself reacting to the news versus actually being proactive and putting your money in position to win because of the news. And so understand this, that this news is owned and controlled by the powers that be, whoever they are. And they use the news for two particular reasons. One, I would say they use the news is to communicate with each other because there are clues in the news and they know how to find the clues for whatever it is they put across. And just in case they people all over the world need to find it. But then number two, they use it as what we call for propaganda to move the people, which is the majority who don't know no better. They just keep watching the news and reacting to the news and being subject to the news and being all emotional and all messed up. Because if you think about it, you got to ask yourself this. How come some of the stuff that's in my local area that happens that's actually good, it never gets reported on? It never gets reported. All the good stuff that's happening in the Black community, all of the fathers who do show up, all the stuff that's happening that's actually good to report on, that can actually show a stable community, how come it's never reported on? You know why? Because we don't own and control that media. You know why? Because that's not the agenda. Once you begin to understand the agenda, then you can see why you'll never see some of the stuff that you would hope to see in their news. Because it's their news, not ours. Oh, Lord, we're going to mess some people up today. Y'all don't get this thing. Y'all think, oh, just the news. No, they really share. No, they not. That's why it's called his story. They tell you their story. And they got to make it juicy enough. They got to make it drama-filled enough. They got to make it suspenseful enough that you'll watch it. And you'll respond. And you will be led to the slaughter, which will be your financial slaughter. Right? Understand this, okay? So let's see what they got going on in their news. But if we learn how to interpret, we can take this news and say, okay, how can I benefit from this? How can I make some money? JCPenney gives executive bonuses ahead of a deadline for possible bankruptcy. We see this all the time. They're going bankrupt. They're gonna pay their executives, and those executives are typically gonna find themselves with another job somewhere else, although they did a bad job. If your company is going out of business, right, that shows that you're not doing a good job with the management of that particular company. But they will find another job. You know why? Because it's a good old boy system. They actually were put in this position to fail or to take the fall. And because they said, okay, I'll do this, massa, you know what I'm saying? They said, we're gonna make sure that we break you off. That's how this works. Hey, I know y'all don't want to, y'all feel like, man, this cannot be. Listen, I know it's hard to accept. This is how this works. Right? So they get put in these positions to take the fall, they get paid, and they get a better job. You find this in politics. You find this in the Federal Reserve. You find this all over the place. Like, hold up a second. How the hell you just messed up the whole nation, but you just got a $20 million job at the next spot? That don't make no sense. Yeah. Now just think about it. If you did a bad job and you got fired, black man, black woman, you think it's gonna be a whole bunch of people knocking on your door like, oh, we want to pay you more. Then you got paid at your last job because we see value in what you have done. Wait a second. That don't make no sense. There are clues in the news, man. I want you to see, hear, and feel according to their agenda. Once we begin to understand this, we begin to say, let's see what else they got. I don't think they got much in the news today. Let's see here. Anything. Catch 22. Nothing for me. Millions of job claims. Nothing. Goldman Sachs issued warning about U.S. unemployment. Nothing. Face masks. Look at this. I like this. Face masks and mandatory selfies for drivers. How Uber rides are about to change. So Uber, right, is about to make sure that every one of their drivers wears a face mask. Of course, for us in the BBC, that's good for business. Oh, that's good for business. That's good for the PPE business. Okay, because we got a lot of brothers and sisters, let's be honest. They picked up Uber as a second job or as their main job, or whatever they're doing. They're making that little chump change and they trying to get by. I ain't gonna demonize or you know, I don't know. I did Uber for a while, so I get it, right? It's like, okay, right? But here's the thing. Here's what I want to tell people. Do what you got to do. I agree with that. But let's do what we got to do with a plan. So here's why I did Uber. The reason why I did Uber when I did Uber maybe 3-4 years ago as an income stream, the reason why I did it because at the time I could actually get a car. So I was going through troubles with my car. I was like, man, this car I gotta go. I gotta sell this car, but I need a new car. And I said, oh, Uber's offering this program where you can pay $100 a week and drive Uber, pay for your car, and you got a car, and then it's a lease to buy. So once you get through with the lease, I could buy the car. And I was like, that sounds like a good deal to me, because at the time it was only $100 a week. So I started driving the Uber. Had my little car, the same car I got today. Drive my little car. I did it for a year. Then I realized that my lease was not tied to me. As long as I paid my lease, it didn't matter where I got the money from. So then I realized, I said, well, I'm driving for Uber, and I'm driving all these people around, right, for Uber. And then here's what happened for me. When they opened up Uber Eats, I was like, wait a second. I would like be in the car for Uber Eats. I would drive to downtown Atlanta, and they would order like from the Great American Cookie Spot or whatever. They would order from the Great American Cookie Spot, get 3 cookies. And I'm saying to myself, am I really picking up 3 cookies? I'm picking up 3 cookies at the Great American Cookie Spot. Whatever. Y'all know about Great American Cookie Spot. Hopefully, if y'all in the South. Pick up 3 cookies. Then drive 20 miles away to Emory. Emory is where all the rich white kids, Asian kids, they go to school at Emory. Drive 20 minutes away and drop off 3 goddamn cookies. And then they pay like $20 for the cookies and for the trip. And then, and then something hit me. It's like, wait a second. You mean to tell me that somebody just paid $20 some odd to have 3 cookies delivered to their dorm, and I'm the one driving the cookies? How much did I make? Here's when the light went off for me. I said, wait a second. Then that tells me that people are willing to pay for convenience. Everybody put it down. So people pay for convenience. And I said, damn that. Why the hell am I going to drive for Uber 3 cookies to make them probably $15 and I make $5 when I got my own damn products that I could be Ubering all across the city? And I'm telling you, that's when it changed for me. That's when ERGJ Black Bazaar really became a thing. That's when I started flipping, and I started moving weight. And when I say weight, I'm talking about toothpaste and soap and all this stuff. I was like, what the no, I'm gonna Uber my own stuff. So then I went and I got I went and got some marketing stuff. I went and got some magnets I put on my car, letting people know I'm open for business. I got me a little top like a little taxi sign. I got that design. So people know, and I'm gonna get a new one so the light come on. The light don't come on no more. But it don't matter. It got my little store, it got my number, it got my email address, my website. And I was like, damn, some Uber and 3 cookies for $20, and I'm only gonna get 5. I'm gonna deliver 3 bars of soap, and I'm gonna get 15, and I'm gonna keep 15. You see? So I don't knock anyone that does these things. What I'm saying is learn from it and see how you can put yourself in a better position where you're not getting 10% or 20% of the cut for doing all the work. You start bringing home 90% of the cut because you're doing all the work. That makes sense to anybody? So now, right, 3 years later, 4 years later, I've been doing this thing. I got returning customers, and I'm not just I'm mobile, local. I'm local mobile, right? But I ship all over the country, all over. Now I just opened up for Canada, right? I just moved to a new territory. I said, Lord, please enlarge my territory, and Lord said, go to Canada. So now we open in Canada. We ship to Canada. So in the local area, right, my little whip, right, they used to drive for Uber. They used to Uber 3 damn cookies to drive 20 miles to give some rich kid 3 cookies. Now I'm Ubering my own shit. Toothpaste, right, soaps, CBD products, right? Now I feel good to drive across the city because I'm Ubering my own stuff. And I'm keeping 90% of the profit versus getting only 30%. Is that making sense to anybody? I know I was going to go here today. Why am I going here today? Okay. Let's see what you guys talking about here, man. Absolutely not, right? Clues in the news. All right, people pay for convenience. They pay for convenience. They will. I couldn't believe it. I was like, because, I used to drive Domino's before, too. I've been a driver my whole life. I could not believe it. I was like, did I just drop off 3 cookies? A 20-mile trip? Did they just order 3 cookies for Uber? I couldn't believe it. And it's still happening today. Okay? It's still happening today. Okay. Woo, Lord. So Uber gonna be, hey, so these people gonna be getting these face masks. Guess what? They're gonna be getting it from me. That's my mentality. If people gonna wear a face mask, I'm gonna make sure they get that face mask from me. I'm gonna make sure they get it from me. Okay. Every day I'm gonna be over there. Every last one. Every time they hit that little app and they're gonna see that Uber driver gonna have on a face mask from ERGJ. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm telling you, that's how I'm looking at it. Okay. Let's keep going. So face masks are mandatory. And now we're starting to see this, right? We're starting to see this across the country. They're opening up the states or the cities or the states or whatever. And now they're saying, well, okay, we still ain't tackled Corona, but we're going to make sure it's mandatory that our workers, right, do not contaminate the land. And so they're going to have to wear face masks. And I'm saying to myself, well, where are they going to get the face masks from? Because right now you can't find them on Amazon. Right now you can't find them on Google, but you can find them from ERGJ. You can find them from the BBC. This is how we get rich, people. We put ourselves in positions for such a time as this to get in the front of the bus and to drive the fucking bus. We're driving the bus to prosperity. We are in a very, very unique time. And I'm telling you, you got to take advantage of it because Amazon gonna come back. They're going to come back. They're going to be like, oh, wait, it's too much money being made out there. We just are at the right time, at the right place, with the right product for such a time as this. And when we come across that monopoly board, all I'm saying is go. Collect your check and go. As you pass, collect. That's all I'm seeing every day I wake up. You understand what I'm saying? So for those of you who still do not understand what's going on, you still find yourself broke, busted, and disgusted. You still are not listening to someone that's just sitting here telling you, hey, we can help you make money if you're willing to help yourself. When I talked to a sister yesterday, I've been talking to this sister. Let me tell you, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about today because who knows? We got the bros out, so the bros got me all pumped up. Listen to this. I've been talking to the sister, right? I'm not talking to her like that. I'm saying I've been having communication with her over about At least I've known the woman for at least 3 years. And every time I'm like, why you won't join the BBC? It don't make no sense to me. I talked to you about this about 2 years ago. And you're still dilly-dallying, fussing and filling over $20, $25 a month. Not understanding that if you just simply invest in yourself, I'm going to help you make $250 a month. But you won't do it. You keep thinking about $25 a month, but you fail to think about $250 a month. It don't make no sense to me. So you come through, you always trying to get some deal, and I'm not giving you no deal because you ain't joined the squad yet. So you're gonna get the non-squad prices until you make a decision to say, damn that, why am I? It don't make no sense. But here's what you learn: that people are gonna do what people are gonna do when people want to do it. I don't have a conversation no more. I just say, here's the price. You either pay it or you don't. Now, I'm willing to help you, but you are not willing to listen. You keep dealing down over pennies. Listen, if you are so concerned about pennies, you'll never be in a position to accept prosperity because you're so concerned about. Now, here's the lesson. Here's the lesson. It's in the book. Some book I read. It talked about this woman who they were giving to the great master. And this woman came and she gave over like 2 mites. It was like the smallest investment. But the master said that this woman, although she only gave 2 mites, she gave more than all the other people who had money, who had more money than her. And I was saying, well, how did she give more? Because she gave all that she had. She gave all that she had. And I truly believe that the people who give all that they have, and I'm not talking about your money, I'm talking about all of your energy, all of your attention, all of your focus, all of your determination. If you give all that you got to go after whatever it is that you want, there's absolutely nothing that can stop you. There's no such word as impossible for the person who will give all that they got. Because understand that if I give all that I got, I still can't outgive God. I still can't outgive him. So if I give all that I got, he still got more. If I give all that I got, he still got more. But until we change the way we think, I'm telling you, I don't know when I got to a place where I was no longer concerned about $25. I mean, I pissed that away. I mean, that leaves so fast. And I said, well, I'm going to spend it anyway. At least put myself in position, at least give myself a chance to turn $25 into $250. At least put myself in position to get around people who ain't talking poor, who ain't talking poverty, who ain't talking broke, who ain't talking busted, who ain't talking disgusted, who ain't complaining about everything that they can't control. Let me get around other type of people. And if it takes $25 to do that, I'll do that. Now, those in the BBC, those that have already joined, those that said, you know what, we took the plunge, we tried, whatever. Answer this for me in the comments below. Am I not undercharging? Am I not? Am I not? Giving a price that's way below value? I know what I'm giving. I know what it's worth. But the reason why I put $25 on it used to be $20. It's $25 now. Reason why I said $25 because I said, you know what? People generally don't scoff at $20, $25, right? Once you get to about 30, 35, if you ever sold anything, once you get to about 30, 35, that's when people be like, ooh, they got to think about it, right? Ooh, I don't know, man, $30. Yeah, ooh, it's hurting a little bit. Then you get to 50, it really hurt. Ooh, $50. Lord, gee, I really want it, but I don't know about $50. I mean, I wasn't prepared to spend $50. They don't even think about $20. $20, here you go. Right? So I said $20, $25, because it's not about your money. It's not about what you invest. It's not about you in that sense. What it is about is are you willing to commit to greatness? Are you willing to commit to a better financial future? Are you willing to commit to connect with people who can help you? It ain't about I don't care about your $20. You understand? I don't care about that. It's about you and your commitment to win, to get on the winning team. That's what it's about. Whoo, those weeks going out, we have found a group to be well worth it. Thanks so much. Desire is everything. That's when Mr. Lamb is in the house, right? Is it not? Wow, absolutely, man. Makes sense, man. Hey, good boy, go drive the bus. Okay. Oh, 846. All right, we can help you make money if you invest in yourself. Yeah, yeah. Some do not believe it's time to join. All right, Mr. Hershey, been saying that for a while. It is time, bedtime. You are, yes, you're way undercharged. It's a very small price to pay, right? You're helping people. Some don't see it. Yeah, that's true, brother. That's what, bro, that's what we always do, man. $20 a month Black Friday discount. How do you join the BBC? Absolutely, man. Hey, you just, how do you join? Yeah, you just go to this website, brother. Go to the website right here, theblackbillionairesclub.com. I'll put it in the link. I'll put it down here for you so you can copy and paste or whatever if you need to. For you. I'm trying to get to these comments, and then we're gonna get to the richest man. All right, let me see if I can catch up. I'm really, I don't care. You know, y'all know I don't care. I just keep on going. I don't see nothing in this news though that I can use right now. I don't see nothing in this news that I can use. Let me see. See if I see anything else. Stock market news. I don't see nothing. Anyway, let's see here. Cloud ETFs are all, look at that. Oh my goodness. We're gonna, okay, so BBC, what I decided to do. So last night we were supposed to have our Welcome to Wall Street. We didn't have it. I was tired. Okay. I can sleep every now and then. So what I am going to do though, we're going to do it on Friday. So I'm not going to wait till next week because Zakia was like, I was looking forward to. Okay, Zakia. We're going to do it on Friday night. It'll be Financial Friday. We'll get into right here. These are the stocks COVID-19 is impacting the most and the least. So we're going to go through your coronavirus stocks on Friday. Okay, so those in the BBC will do it Friday night. It'll be Financial Friday. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right, just so I can make sure that my little queen, if my little Floridian queen is happy. Gotta keep her happy. All right, man. Let's get into the richest man in Babylon. Again, if you guys want to order this book, I don't make any money off this book. I didn't get this book to make money. Why did I get this book? I got this book because this is the #1 book that I recommend that people get if they want to change. They want to change the way they think about money. You want to go from a financial zero to a financial hero. This is the book that I read that helped me get there. So it's not about profiting on a $10 book. It's about making sure that you make it available for people that want to invest $10 into themselves to change their life. So this book is available, and let's see if we can. If I can find out where we are in here, because I don't know. Okay, I got Algamesh. Okay. In this book, okay, here we go. All right, so we're gonna catch up where we left off at yesterday. So Arcad was talking to his friends. These are the friends that he grew up with, right? He went to school with them. They went to the same classes. They played ball together. They worked, all that stuff. But he ended up filthy, stinking rich. And they were just kind of making it, right? They were just over broke. And they're like, wait a second. We know the richest man in Babylon. Let's go talk to him and figure out what's going on because we ain't got it yet. So they talked to him. And he said, well, let me tell you how I did it. He told them, and this is what rich people are waiting on. Rich people are waiting on the people to come to them and ask them, how did you do it? They want to tell you the story. But most people don't want to hear the story. That's why they don't tell it. That's why they got to write the book about it. We're like, when is somebody going to ask me how I got rich? When is somebody going to ask me how I'm doing some of the stuff that I'm doing? I'm telling you, rich people are waiting on the poor people to ask them, how'd you do it? And if they can't ask them and say, okay, well, we're going to write about it because we're not writing it just for the poor people. We're writing it for our next generation so they can know how we did it. This is why books are so valuable. So he went and talked to him. He's telling him about his experience with the moneylender who came into his life after he had already desired to get rich. We'll catch up there. So here's what he said. His last friend, he got 4 friends that was talking to him. One said, hey, you must have been fortunate. He said, no, I wasn't fortunate. The other friend said that, oh, you got stronger willpower. You're Superman. He said, no, I'm not Superman. I'm just like you. I just did something that was uncommon, which is be consistent. Then his other friend said something about, well, if we get rich, then all the wealth going to be gone. He said, nope, that's thinking is more than enough. Everybody putting accounts on more than enough. There's more than enough wealth for everybody. So then his 4th friend, right, said, okay, He said, well, what then do you advise? This is the best question you can ask. What then do you advise us to do so that we may also become rich? So out of his 4 friends, only one of them, 25%, actually asked a good question. He asked, he said, well, I just want to know how to do it. I mean, if you did it, surely you can tell me how I can do it, and then I'll do it. So he said, what then do you advise for us to do that we may become rich? And still, asked still another one of his friends. The years have passed, and we are no longer young men, and we have nothing put by. We have nothing saved. We're broke. We're broke. Okay? You the rich guy. They don't ask all these stupid questions. I'm going to ask you a good question. How did you do it? How can we do it? How can I do it? That is a wonderful question. Now, here's what I teach. I teach simply this, that in order for you to get better answers, you got to ask better questions. Simple. In order for you and I to get better answers, we got to ask better questions. So they say, how can I? How can I get rich? Here's his answer. Well, I advise that you take the wisdom of Alchemist and say to yourself, a part of all that I earn is mine to keep. That's the beginning. A part of all I earn is mine to keep. Say it in the morning when you first arise, and when you wake up. Say it at noon. Say it at night. Say it each hour of every day. Say it to yourself until the words stand out like letters of fire across the sky. Everybody put in console, until. He said, just keep saying it. Basically, keep saying it until you believe it. If you don't believe it right now, just keep saying it until you believe it. Sometimes you got to speak it. You got to speak your way into belief. Sometimes we got to speak our way into belief. Right? Let's see here, man. What you guys know? So you got that, Anthony? You just go to that link I left down there. I want to work with a group. Okay, well, join the club. All right, $25 a month, more than reasonable considering the earning potential. Got to put some skin in the game, absolutely. What you will give away is worth more than $25. So in the club, if you can't invest $25, you don't want to change your condition. Absolutely, man. More than enough, more than enough, more than enough, more than enough. There's more than enough wealth for everyone. Absolutely. Until, right? Until, right? So he said, impress yourself with the idea. Now fill yourself with the thought. Then take whatever portion seems wise. Let it not be less than 1/10 and lay it by or save it, right? Save, pay yourself first, what he just said. At least 1/10 of all that you earn is yours to keep. Arrange your other expenditures to do this if necessary. In other words, he said, hey, pay yourself first. And even if you're in debt, even if you got to pay all of these other people, you still pay yourself first, and you're going to arrange your other expenses around you. Basically, what he said is this. At the very least, you're going to pay yourself 10%, and you're going to learn how to live off the rest. Pay yourself 10%, learn to live off 90%. No matter what condition you're in right now. He don't care whether you are knee deep in debt. He don't care how much student loan debt you got, how many medical bills you got. He don't care how many loans or cars you decided to get. Don't care how many mortgages you got. That don't matter. I'm telling you, it was when I was broke that I learned how to get rich. That sounds like an oxymoron. I'm telling you, it was when I was broke that I learned how to get rich. And I started following simple stuff like this. Okay, 10% I'm paying myself every time I get paid. That's what obviously it's easy to do when you got a paycheck, right? You got a job coming in, pay coming in from the job. And I got to learn, I got to discipline myself, and I got to figure out how to live off 90% at the very least. That's just the start. Right? Discipline myself, arrange my finances. Ask yourself this, are you in control of your money or is your money in control of you? Who's the master? Are you in control of your money or is your money in control of you? Also ask this question. Who signed up for all that stuff? Right? Who signed for the mortgage? Who signed for the student loan? Who signed for the loan for the couch? Who signed for the Richest Center TV? Who signed for it? Who signed for the automobile loan? Who signed for the credit card? Whose decision was that? See, you're gonna make decisions, you're gonna learn, you're gonna live with those consequences. But here's the deal. Here's the wonderful thing about life. I can make better decisions. Okay, I messed up yesterday, I'll do better today. I messed up 6 years ago. I'll do better today. I won't make that same decision. I'll pay for it. I'll get it taken care of. I'll wipe it away. It might just disappear. You never know. I mean, this kind of stuff happens in life. When you start going towards the direction, I'm telling you, when you start moving towards the destination, some strange things seem to happen. I mean, miracles start to happen. You start getting, I'm telling you, you just start getting these crazy calls. Well, you owe $5,000, but it's been on the books for so long and you've been doing so well with making your payments. We want to cancel this debt out. Can you just pay $500 and we'll clear your name? We'll clear your account. This kind of stuff happens. That's God working. Let me tell you this. Why is God working so hard for you in these particular instances? Because you start working. I'm telling you, this is the stuff that happened to me when I was getting out of debt. I was like, well, okay. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I needed that extra digit. Has anybody else had some miracles happen? Strange things. As you start moving towards the destination, you notice this. This is true for you. Like, as I move closer, it moves closer to me. It doesn't work when you're just sitting down. It doesn't work when you're just sitting down and watching TV all day, moaning and groaning, complaining. That ain't helping. Pay yourself 10% and learn to live off 90%. I am. Carlos said, man, can I put that 10% in 401k? Can you? I wouldn't. Carlton, that's a little bit more advanced conversation, but typically I would only put my 401k up to the maximum match. So if your company that you're working for matches you up to 6%, well, I ain't putting no more than 6% in my 401k. That's just me. I mean, because there's other things that I can do with that other 4% that I can make grow faster, and I have more flexibility when I learn how to manage my own money or my own investments. So me personally, I wouldn't put it in a 401k. I'll put it up some other places, right? But yeah. But then also, how's your savings looking? Is your savings already up to the space where you got some Murphy's Law money? What's Murphy's Law money? Murphy's Law money say, hey, something will happen. You're going to get a flat tire. Like, I got to get my brakes done today. Something's going to happen. Do you have money set aside for the stuff that's going to happen, for the maintenance of your life? How many guys know you got to pay for maintenance? Right? We call it Murphy's Law, but it's really just maintenance. It's like, okay, eventually the air conditioning going to go out. It was never created to live forever. Eventually, right? Eventually, you're going to get a flat tire. It was never created to live forever. So do you have money for maintaining your life? Now, here's another part. Some of us are high maintenance. Oh, Lord, let's be honest. Is there anybody being honest here today that might be watching right now? You would honestly say, you know what? I'm a little high maintenance. Because I like to feel like I paid for something and I'm gonna get exactly what I paid for. So I'll go ahead and I buy the best. But in buying the best, you understand that maintaining the best is really where the money comes in. It's one thing to buy the Mercedes. It's a whole nother thing to maintain the Mercedes. Let me say that again for the people in the back. It's one thing to buy the Mercedes. Oh, I really want a Mercedes. Oh, I can't wait to have a Mercedes. Oh, I want the 3.0. I want the SL, all that stuff. But it's another thing to maintain a Mercedes. Oh, how much that oil change cost? $150 to change the oil. Woo, Lord. Woo. I ain't never paid $150 to change no oil before. Well, you ain't never had a Mercedes before, had you? Huh? So it's one thing to buy it. It's another thing to maintain it. All right, Instagram, we're going to lose you guys. I only get an hour with you, man. So I appreciate you guys tuning in today for Money and Power. So you want more, y'all know how to find me, ERGJ Enterprises. Man, y'all know what to do, man. Get up, get out, go get something. All right. Obviously, my time, I ain't got that kind of time today. Oh, Lord. Why can't I get through the Richest Man in Babylon like I want to get through the Richest Man in Babylon? Lord Jesus. Okay. Anyway, okay. Are you in control of your money? Is your money in control of you? Who signed it? Right? Who signed it? Messed up yesterday, better tomorrow. Right? Better today. Okay. I did it and didn't believe it. All right. I've had some miracles. You've had some miracles happen. All right, bro. My bro, if that makes sense. I match with the company match as well. Absolutely. You move on. True. Me. All right. You've had some miracles happen. All right. Maintenance costs money. So Murphy's Law is really just maintenance. It's maintaining, right, your lifestyle. And some of us, if we be honest, we got some high maintenance lifestyles. And we find that it's difficult for us to live off 90% because we high maintenance all over the place. There's nothing wrong with high maintenance if you can afford high maintenance. But can you afford high maintenance? Is it necessary for you to have the Lexus when you can have a Nissan? And they really just the same car, but you just like the few bells and whistles that you pay $35,000 more on that Lexus. Is it necessary, right, for you to have the Acura when you can drive a Honda? They're the same car, but you don't like the bells and whistles on the Acura, so you're willing to pay $40,000 more for the Acura when the Honda is the same car. Are we tied up in branding or brand loyalty? When we literally can say, you know what, damn, man, I'm not buying the Frosted Flakes for $3 a box. I'm going to go ahead and get the Frosted Fakes, and they're the same Frosted Flakes. Or they close enough. All right, they close enough. I still taste the sugar in the milk. I said good enough for me. I'm going to get the Frosted Fakes until I can fake it till I make it. I'm going to get the Frosted Fakes for 99 cents a box. I saving me $4. That's 25%. That's 75% savings off the Frosted Flakes. And it's the same cereal. I mean, I just feel like it's not the same cereal because it's a different box, and I ain't got the tiger. I need the tiger on my box. I'm gonna pay the extra $3 because I want the tiger on my box. Let's be honest, guys. We've been bamboozled. We've been run amok. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us, and we just silly and don't know no better. We just don't know. We just don't understand. Well, thank God for the money and power, so you begin to learn some stuff that you didn't know or you didn't understand or you didn't see the way you used to see it. Tomorrow, Richest Man Babylon for real. But anyway, here's a new book. You guys can order that. Inbox me if you need to order it. It's on the website. Join the Black Billionaires Club. That's what you need to do. Tonight, BBC, we're going to be doing some going through e-commerce or teach me how to profit training. We'll be looking at 2 sites from our group. We will be covering how to make money in shipping, and then tomorrow we'll do Welcome to Wall Street for our Financial Friday. That's what we got on tap until next week, guys. So in the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today, something that made a difference in your life today. You know, I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference, and hopefully we made a difference in your life today. I'm simply asking you to answer this question in the comments below. Was this worth your time today? I know I just got into it, man. My bros came out and I'm like, yes, I feel the strength. I feel the power, right? I'm simply asking you, was this worth your time and why? Go ahead and answer that in the comments below as I finish my, I guess I'm doing my Instagram post here. I guess that's what I'm doing. I don't know. I think it might be too long. I don't know. Maybe it's going to let it through. I don't know. Okay, cool. Right. What was I saying? Anyway, man, this is Money and Power Show. We come on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. 7 a.m. Eastern time. Neo, what's going on? I mentioned you earlier, Miss Malefe. I actually commented on our conversation that we had that you learned, right? You learned early, said you'll never do it again. I'll never. You told me earlier. You said, Neo, this is Queen Neo, by the way. Right? My queen, she's my queen to be. No, she's not. Anyway, here's Queen Neo, who we had the conversation with earlier, and she said she'll never. This is what she said to me. She said, I'll never rely on one paycheck again in my life. That was her lesson today. I'll never do that. You'll never catch me, you know what I'm saying, being stuck because someone else decided that they no longer needed my services anymore. I'll never put myself in position that I will rely on one paycheck. That's what she said to me earlier. So congratulations to you, Ms. Neo. And here's the principle, guys. You either win or you learn. You either win or you learn. Okay? You either win or you learn. Yes, I learned that not to blow my opportunities, blessings when they come. Absolutely. This is the Money and Power Show, brought to you by the New Black Wall Street, and obviously a production of the Black Billionaires Club. We encourage you to join. While you guys are typing, I know I talk much faster than you type, but you do have an opportunity to join the few who are focused on getting out of debt, the few who are focused on building, getting rich, and the few who are focused on building wealth. We understand in our community right now that the problem is an economic problem, but yet we keep talking about all this other stuff and not tackling the problem to bring economic solutions to self. The one thing that I love about the Nation of Islam is that they teach this principle, do for self. I'm telling you, trying to fight for reparations is stupid. You know it's not going to happen. You're trying to fight in an area that you can't control, but what you can control is yourself. What you can control is your income. What you can control are your streams, but you won't focus on that. You'll talk about everything else other than getting rich. In a capitalistic society, I'm not saying that stuff isn't relevant. I think that that's ludicrous. We live in a capitalistic society. It's all about getting capital, black folk. When are you going to learn to play the game? When are you going to learn to play the game? All right, man. Anyone can change. Yes, definitely, man. Worth my time because I'm reminded how I go from financial zero to a financial hero. Absolutely. Become a believer. Absolutely. This worth helpful. Prepare for opportunities and ask for help. Save money for myself. 10% first. Absolutely. I know I need some products for essential workers and the people are on my e-commerce. Absolutely, bro. We in there like swimwear. We in this. We in there like swimwear. Hey, beautiful people, man, I want to say thanks so much for joining us here today. I know you guys are going to go out and crush it today. You're going to go out and make things happen. That's just what we do, man. And I've learned so much in one you can't list them. Okay. All right. You can't list them all. Play the game. Absolutely. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. It's time to get up, to get out, and go get something. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The New Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.